Good day everyone, I am Enriquez. Today, I am going to define the following. First, acrolect refers to the variety of acreole that has no significant difference from standard English, often spoken by the most educated speakers. Second, mesolect has unique grammatical features that distinguish it from standard English. Last, the Baselect, often spoken by the least educated people of the society, has very significant grammatical difference. So now, I will describe or define the following terms and then discuss their origins and then give two examples of words for each term and give their meanings. First, dialogues. It is a Filipino slang term or word used to describe persons, things, or events who or which are poorly made, dirty looking, corny, and cheap. It is at times equated with baduy, another Filipino word which means out of style. Filipino linguists and historians offer different theories as to the origin of the word. Although most of them agree that the earliest recorded usage of the term dialogues came from the original Filipino music or OPM lyrics of the early 90s preceding the internet and an invention of the middle or upper class of Manila. Since then, the word or term has developed and evolved into sub-meanings, which are usually deemed negative and offensive. Since the advent of the internet, dialogues has found its way into different web-based dictionaries and authoritative blogs which have remained true to the derogatory term it denotes. So, the low life, typically poor, unrefined urban youth. For instance, the word awit. It is a millennial term. It's a combination of two words. The AWW or we read it as aw and sakit. Thus, the word awit means aw sakit, used when you are describing an unfortunate situation. Another example is baguettes. It is a word used to refer to youths or twins. So let's proceed to the Bekimon or sword speak, also known as gay speak or gay lingo. It is an argot or cant slang derived from Tagalog, and the English code switching, and used by a number of LGBT people in the Philippines. The word sword speak, according to Jose Javier Reyes, was coined by columnist and film critic Nestor Torre in the 1970s. Reyes himself wrote a book on the subject entitled Sword Speak, a preliminary study. Sword is an outdated slang for gay male in the Philippines. Origin of the individual words and phrases, however, has existed longer and come from a variety of sources. For instance, the word Junakis, meaning children, child, son, or daughter. Another is Kalerki, meaning crazy. So let's proceed to judgment. So it is a popular culture phenomenon in the Philippines. It is thought that judgment or judgenis originated in text messages among people who wanted to draw attention by being different. These people wanted to be artsy and creative with their existing style. Another probable origin of the practice was to shorten the words and in the process misspelling the words. For instance, the word hello. Instead you write it Hello, you write it EOWWH. So now, I will discuss the meanings of the following. So first, code switching. It is a process of shifting from one linguistic code or a language or dialect to another, depending on the social context or conversational setting. Second, discourse refers to a unit of language longer than a single sentence. The word discourse is derived from the Latin prefix dis meaning away and the root word courier meaning to run. Third, social discourse. It is a speech or text communication that involves a social element. The definition of discourse is very broad. The word discourse refers to nearly all of the many ways that humans communicate with each other. Fourth, cultural discourse. Analysis. So it is an approach to communication which explores culturally distinctive communication practices as these occur in their everyday context. The meanings participants activate in those practices as well as cross-cultural analysis of those everyday practices and their meanings. Fifth, discourse analysis. It is a method of analyzing the structures of text or utterances longer than one sentence, taking into account both their linguistic content and their social-linguistic context. Analysis performed using this method. So now, we will explain how do languages and cultures interact and influence each other. So, in reality, language uses to convey cultural ideas and beliefs. Furthermore, both culture and language allow us to look backward in history. Also, it helps shape our thoughts. Our cultural values influence the way we perceive, talk, and communicate with others.